Hello everyone! Forgot to turn on the front camera. That's what happens. I forgot to turn it on. Here we go. Now we're on. Hello everybody. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. I'm so excited to be here with all of you, and I'm so excited to be wearing fall clothes because it is chilly here in Pittsburgh. It is 63 degrees right now, and it is going down to 55 tonight, and this is my kind of weather. I love it so much. I went through my closet today and was peering through all of the different hoodies and sweaters and long sleeve t-shirts, and started bringing my jeans out. And I am very, very excited for the cooler weather. I'm had all the windows open last night, lit a pumpkin candle, had the puppies. We were all cuddled up because it was cold. It was, not cold, but you know what I mean. When it goes down to like 52, you have two puppies that are, become very, very, very close to you at that time. Hello, Ellen. Hello, Polly. Hello, Karen. Hello, Linda. Hello, Samantha. Hi, everybody. Tonight, I think we're going to have a lot of fun. I think we're going to have a lot of fun with the card that we're going to make tonight. I saw when I came in, someone was looking for direction for the die of the month, and I'm really excited because we are using the die of the month tonight. So your wish is my command. Oh, it's hot in Barbados. I bet you it is. I bet you it is. I'm going to share with you how to use, we're going to do one of the pieces of the die of the month. I will die cut out another piece to show you, but I will tell you that the die of the month right now is at SOS status. So the die of the month this month is probably one of the most popular die of the months that we've done, right next to the cacti die that I designed. This die right now, we are ordering a double reorder of it. So what I'm going to say is if you love this die tonight, I think we have 4 of them left until they're on a pre-order. So if you want this die after you see me using it tonight, grab it because they will be going on a pre-order. They'll probably ship mid-September, which is plenty of time because, you can use this die for anything. But just as a heads up, this die was so popular. We went through our first initial shipment in, I want to say less than 10 days. So we got in our secondary shipment and then that's almost gone. So now we are getting our final full shipment, and then this die will retire. Okay, so let's go ahead and head down to the table and let's talk about what we are making tonight. So I'm going to show you a really cool technique tonight, which I'm really excited about. And I have some free gifts. I have some new products. I'm excited. So number one, if you place any order from right now until 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time this evening, you will receive this stencil completely free. Now, if you don't want to place any type of an order, you can just buy the stencil. It's $5.99 if you buy it outside of this. You can just purchase it, or you can get it for free. I am using this tonight, and this is what I'm using to show you the technique tonight. So, just a heads up, this is free tonight. It wasn't on the schedule. It wasn't planned. I literally just designed it like 45 minutes ago. And we started producing them, and I wanted to give you all a free gift tonight because I love you all so much. So that is the free gift from me to you tonight, just for being you. Okay. Also, we have our brand new products tonight. So we had talked about, for a while, we talked about our stencil cleaning products. So as you know, so what was the holdup on the Pick 3 shipments? They lost our stamps. FedEx lost the stamps. And then we had to have all the stamps remanufactured. Isn't that crazy? We had to have all the stamps remanufactured. That's why. Literally every single stamp, we're talking thousands of stamps, had to be remanufactured because FedEx lost them. And, you know, usually it takes several weeks for them to manufacture them, so we had to get like a rush. It was a mess, but I guess that's just what happens when you get things made here in the U.S. Did you get your pick 3, Ellen? Have you received it? I hope so. Okay. So, yeah, we had hundreds and hundreds of people messaging us. Hundreds and hundreds. So, we have a couple of new things, and I'm really excited to share these new things with you. So, number 1, we have our new stencil cleaner. So, we have been working on this stencil cleaner for months now. And this stencil cleaner is something that I have wanted for a very long time, because y'all know me. If it's something that I want, we manufacture it, and we hope that you love it too. And this particular product is one of those things. I wanted this so bad, this cleaner, because I needed something that was going to, you never got your, okay, Michelle, please send a message to orders@brutusmonroe.com so we can make sure that you get it. Please, please, please send an email. Because I know that they were really going through all of them, and it was a lot. And I apologize. We hope that this never happens again. Usually it's by the 5th. But this time it wasn't. Okay. So we have our cleaner, and I wanted to come out with a cleaner that would not be super abrasive on the stencils, but also would not break down the stencils. So we needed to come out with a cleaner because we have so many stencils at Brutus Monroe. But then I also needed a new cloth. So this cloth, I can't wait. I cannot wait for you guys to feel this cloth, because it's gonna blow you away. You're gonna be like, where the heck? What? How? Where? When? What? So this cloth, you're gonna say, Christopher, what are you doing with the new cloth? What's going on? So this cloth, as you can see, it's the squeaky clean stencil cloth. And if you move around the fibers, it's gonna be hard to read. But if you just push them back up, you'll be able to read it just fine. So this, I want to show you real quick, especially with a stencil like this. So this stencil, you can see, when you go like this over it, it's grabbing it, because the microfiber cloths have a lot of like grab to them. Like they scrub your stencils really good. I know we've talked about this before. They're going to scrub your stencils really good, but you don't really, the microfiber cloth is really, really, really a lot on your stencils. So we came out with these squeaky clean stencil cloth, and when you feel these in real life, it is the most luxurious cleaning cloth you will ever use. I mean, it is like, I wish that you could feel this through the TV. But the reason for this is see how it just goes right over top of that stencil. And you'll see when I clean it how awesome it works. But this cloth, I have a feeling it's going to be gone very, very, very quickly. I mean, we've had people this afternoon, before I even talked about it and demoed it, we're buying 3 and 4 of them. So this cloth is, I mean, it is wonderful. It is so wonderful, but it's too pretty to get dirty and messed up. I know. But the thing is, you're just going to have to wash it. That's all. You're just going to have to wash it. And then I've been using these trays a lot so when I need to have some water and I need to throw my stencil in my tray, I've been using these trays from the Dollar Tree. The problem with these trays with the water in it is they don't hold a whole lot of water, and it splashes quite a bit. A lot. So we came out with the Brutus Monroe stencil tray. And this Brutus Monroe stencil tray, of course, with our logo on it, we love that, is going to be what you're going to do to throw your stencils in if you can't clean them right away. So if you can't clean them right away, you're going to pop some water in here. You could pop a little bit of water, a little bit of dish soap if you want. I would be careful again with which dish soaps, because you don't want to break down your stencils. But you're just going to put a little water in this tray, and I'll show you here. I have some water. You're just going to put a little bit of water in this tray, and the water in this tray is going to be enough for you to pop your stencil in, and that is going to. But do you see how the water is retracting off of this? Isn't that cool? That's because this is a non-skid, non-adhesion surface. So I'll show you here. So look at how it moves around. See how it's not sticking to that? The reason we did that is we didn't want your stencil to stick to the bottom of your tray. So if you have, so let's say for instance, you're using a stencil that has a whole bunch of chroma glaze on it or a whole bunch of glaze on it. If you drop that into something and the free stencil isn't showing up on the site, okay, hold on. So is it not showing up in your cart? I'm swooping in. I'm going to check on it. I'm swooping in. I may have messed something up. Let me see here. I hope I didn't. Was anybody else able to get it? I'm trying to look at the orders. I haven't seen anybody that... Let's see. Yes, it is active. Yeah. It's on the side. Okay. Okay, good. I was like, wait a second. What's going on here? Okay. So again, real quick, and Renee, if it doesn't go in, or Rena, is it Rena or Renee? I think it's Renee. If it does not go in, just shoot a message to us, and we'll pop it in your order. Don't worry. So see how this is completely dry? That's because we have a non-stick surface in the bottom, and this was very important to me. It is a non-stick surface so that nothing will stick. So if you throw, your chroma glaze or whatever your stencil has on it, you toss it in here, you don't have to worry about it. It is not going to stick to this, and it's so wonderful. It's great. I mean, look, literally the proof's in the pudding. Look at how when I move that water. Look at how the water doesn't even want to stick to it. It's just incredible. It's an incredible, incredible surface, and you will use this time and time and time again. I'm going to move it over to the side because you know me with liquids. I drop stuff all the time, so we don't want that. So I'm just going to move it over to here so that I don't drop it to stuff everywhere. But that is the tray. That is the tray, okay? So let's move some things out of the way, and let's get started on making our card. So we're also going to need some pigment, alabaster ink, and we're also going to need a number 2 pencil. It doesn't have to be number 2. It could be whatever pencil you have. We're looking for mostly the eraser, and I'm going to show you how cool this is in a second. We're also going to need some of the Perfect Blend paper or alabaster or Not Your Mama's, whichever one will work. They're all the same finish, just different weights. And you're going to need the die of the month, and we're going to need some assorted different colors of cardstock. So what I always do when I get my die of the month, when they hand over my die of the month, usually I get it with the backer. So this is the new way the insert looks. Is I'm going to take a look at this insert, and I'm going to pick apart the pieces that I need. So I'm going to be making the Ferris wheel. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop off all the pieces that I'm going to need. I am using the Brutus Monroe snips. You just want to be careful, obviously, when you're using your snips, because you do not want any of these pieces to fly off. We are currently negotiating with our manufacturer to see if we can go back to the detabbed. It's just it might affect our die of the month cost a little bit. We have not changed our die of the month price for you in 4 years, I think it is. So that's, we may have to make a couple of little adjustments just because, if we're doing the T-tabbing of it, which D-tabbing is just means that they are separated. Okay, that's all that means. But when I designed this die set, I was so excited that everything worked out the way that I wanted it to work out, because I was very nervous. I was like, I don't know if this is going to work the way that I want it to work. And it worked out perfectly. So I'm not going to remove this centerpiece from mine. Question, sorry I'm late. How big is the stencil bath? The stencil bath, oh goodness, I'm going to have to measure it. Hold one moment, please. Where did my stencil bath go? I set it somewhere so I wouldn't knock it down. Now, I'm not sure where. Oh, here it is. So the inside of the stencil bath is 6.5, give or take. I'm just measuring at the top. 6.5 by 9.5. So you should be able to fit an A2. I mean, you should be able to fit a slimline in there, a slimline stencil. But yeah, that stencil bath with stuff not sticking to the bottom. Whoo! It's the best. You're gonna love it. I promise you, you are going to love it. And I think we are, yep, we are at SOS status on the bundles. We are at SOS status on the bundles. Just as a heads up. If you want the full bundle, grab it. Grab it, grab it, grab it. Okay, so I'm going to grab all of my... And now, I was very selfish on this, and I will tell you that I was selfish. I wanted to have... So, do you ever get a die set? And I'm sure you have, because y'all are like me, and you probably have a whole bunch of die sets. But have you ever gotten a die set where you have to, like, cut out 75 of one thing for the die set, and it drives you bonkers? Have you been there? I've been there. So, what I did, because I didn't want to be driven bonkers, is I gave you the amounts of chairs, the amount of seats that you need for the full thing. Like, I was like, I'm not doing this. I can't. I was like, if I'm going to use this, because I mean, believe it or not, I use every product that I design, because I'm a little obsessed with Brutus Monroe, as you can imagine. But I was going through everything, and I was like, I'm not going to use this. If I can't do all of the little steps or all of the little chairs at the same time, I'm not interested. Gondolas. That's it. The gondolas, my friend. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gondolas, and we obviously have 6 gondolas in the picture. So I'm going to go ahead and separate these out, and then we're going to be ready to start on our background. So, because I know that I'm going to use this a lot. I'm sure you're like me. You're probably going to end up using... this die set a lot because, I mean, a hot air balloon, the tickets, I mean, everything. Everything on this die set are things that I would love to have. And also, I can tell you that you're really going to love next month's die of the month. You're going to love it. I really think you are. Because next month's die of the month is very special. It's really, really cool. All right, so I'm just going in and I'm just cutting off all the rest. I know, I find it kind of therapeutic too, but I know there are some folks that have some dexterity issues that it makes it very difficult for them to cut the dies. So it's tough. You know, it's tough. All right, so let's move these to the side, and we're going to talk about our technique, and then we're going to cut all this stuff out. And we're going to have so much fun. I think we are. I mean, I'm going to have so much fun. I hope you are too. So we are going to do some ink blending on our panel. Is there a stamp that goes with the ticket die? Not yet, Amalia. Not yet. But you will see we have a lot of add-on stuff coming. But I will tell you that some of the stamps that are already part of the release will fit in there. I don't know where my stamp went. Let's see here. Oh, that's my candy box. So I could show you. Oh, I don't think I've shown you the inspiration box yet. Oh, it's on the other stamp. It fits. So see the come one, come all. That fits on the ticket. The to and from fits on the ticket. The step right up to the greatest show on earth, that fits on the ticket. The have a roaring good time, that fits on the ticket. So if you get the step right up, you can grab it. Yes, Polly, we are working on. I'm actually just finalized some of the Hanukkah stuff. Yep. All right, yeah, the paper pack. Wait till you see the Halloween paper pack we designed today. All the Halloween paper packs will be here next week. How exciting is that? I'm very excited. All right, so now what we're going to do is we need to create a night sky. So it's going to be not really totally night. It's going to be like just before it becomes dark. Does that make sense? So just before it gets like really dark outside, that's the kind of night sky we're looking for, because I'm going to show you a really, really cool technique with the Brutus Monroe, what's the word I'm looking for? With the Brutus Monroe pigment ink, the alabaster ink. This just came back in stock, thank goodness, because people were starting to get a little angry. They were like, where the heck? It's my favorite white ink pad. Why is it missing? All right, so we're going to start with no diving. I am using the Brutus Monroe stick and stamp mat. I know I keep saying they're coming back in stock. There is just a slight delay on them because when they came in, I wasn't happy with the coloring on it, because it is our 10-year anniversary stick and stamp mat. After all, it has to be perfect. So because of that, we are waiting probably about 2 more weeks and they'll be back in stock. I just don't want anybody to get upset with me that I'm using the stick and stamp mat again and we don't have them in stock. We get lots of little nasty grams. Dusk, that's it. We need it to be dusk. So I'm using, of course, the Simon Hurley ink pads. They are my favorite. We've talked about this many, many times. They are my absolute favorite ink pad out there for blending. I mean, I love them for stamping as well. I just use them a lot more for blending than I do for stamping, but they are really my favorite all-around ink pad, and I'm so proud of that kid. I know he's not watching because he's on vacation, but I'm proud of him because he was very vigilant, and he knew what he wanted and he really worked towards it. Okay, Remember Me is a little bit dry, so I think we might use Clear Sky. No, let's use, Remember Me is one of my favorites, but let's use some No Diving and see what we get with that. Let me grab another brush, because I think No Diving is a little bit of a deeper blue. Yep. Need a bigger brush though. Okay. Just to add a little bit of deeper color in there. He's wild. I don't want to give anything away, but when I was talking to him the other night on the phone, he's my late night phone buddy. Like, I'll talk to him because he's 2 hours behind me. So I'll talk to him like really late at night, and we'll talk about all the crazy things that we have coming up and so on and so forth. And he was telling me about all this new stuff that he's doing for his videos, and I was just howling because he's wild. He is hilarious. So I'm just adding some color in. Again, for blending these dark background skies or these dusk-like skies, you want to add in, because when you look at the sky, there's different shades that are going to pop through in all different areas, okay? He already has reinkers, right? Doesn't he? I thought he did. Maybe not. Maybe I'm in denial. All right. So again, we're just adding in additional color into the background because, like I said, all we want to do is we want to make sure that we have a very deep background color. And you're just going to blend. There we go. I think that's good. Because what we're going to do is, I don't believe that we still carry them, but you can get them from Ranger. We have stopped carrying them only simply because they weren't really selling. So that's why we stopped carrying them, but I think Ranger still does. All right, so we're going to go ahead and heat set this puppy, my friends. Because you always want to heat set Simon's inks if you're going to do something on top of it. And you'll see how it's going to kind of dry back a little bit. Hello, Nikki. How are you, my friend? Okay, so we should be pretty dry. What we're going to do now is we're going to just let this... We want to let it cool. Oh, good. They all carry them. Good, good, good. We might end up bringing them back. They're also really hard for us to store. Okay, now we're going to take our stick and stamp mat again. Pop this back down. We have our blending buddy on here. And the blending buddy is what we are using for to protect the rest of the stick and stamp mat. This beautiful rainbow tape has been on here forever, but it's driving me bonkers, so we're going to get rid of it. All right, so now we're going to use our brand new our brand new stencil. And since it's an A2 size stencil, as you all know, this will fit perfectly. I'm going to grab my pixie tape from my tape dispenser that was a free gift last Friday. It was for the Freebie Friday. This Freebie Friday is so good too. Can't believe tomorrow's Wednesday already. And we're just going to tape this down. I think you can purchase it now separately. I'm pretty sure. I can't remember though. Stop me if I'm wrong. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to pop this down, and we are going to grab this. It's going to sound crazy, but it's going to make sense. I promise. It's going to make sense. Hello, Rose. Oh, I love that, Nikki. I love that. So we're going to grab our Alabaster Pigment ink pad. If you have not tried our Alabaster ink yet, I implore you to give it a try. And we're going to take our number 2 pencil, and we're going to dip in our eraser. And what we're going to do is we're just going to tap, tap, tap into our stencil. And this is going to be great because it is not going to stick to the eraser. Okay, see how I'm just patting and patting and patting? Now, on some of these smaller areas, you will have to grab yourself a brush, okay? So I am going to grab, for the smaller areas, I'm going to grab my white brush. I'm going to put my stick and stamp to the side, and I'm just going to go in and I'm just going to pat my color, okay? But you can use your number 2 pencil for your, what's the word I'm looking for? For your smaller areas, okay? If you have not used our Alabaster ink before, now's the time, my friends. Look at that coverage, okay? I became a little obsessed with having the best white ink. I mean, I became obsessed a while ago about it, but I am still obsessed with having it, okay? So now what we're going to do is we're just going to peel off this bottom tape, and we're going to lift it up, and we're going to dry it one time, okay? And then we are going to reapply. But look at how white that is. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, the foam domes, yep. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to dry it. You just, if you're drying on your stick and stamp mat, you want to make sure you're moving. You're moving a lot, okay? Okay. Now you could also add a little bit of pixie spray if you would like. That would help to make sure that it all stays in one place. But we're going to do some coloring on top of this, so it doesn't make a difference. It's not going to make a difference. Okay. So now, a little more tape. Grab our brush back. We're just going to hit that again after we just dried it. Now, if it goes a little bit awry, it's not a big deal. It's not going to hurt anything. Because again, we are going to blend over top of it. So we're going to go ahead and tap, 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 tap. All right. Put our brush over to the side so it can dry a little bit. I know, isn't the Alabaster ink? It's wild how good it is. So we'll lift this up, and there you can see our white underneath of there. Isn't that great? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to toss this into my stencil tray, because we're not going to get to it right away. I poured the water out of my stencil tray only because I didn't want to spill it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my stencil. I want to show you real quick. We'll let this dry naturally for a second. But look at this. I need a gingerbread people with decorating stencils. Sure. I'll look it over, see what we can do. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit this with our new stencil spray, and I want you to watch. Do you see how that ink is just melting off of that? Look. Melting off of that stencil. Isn't that incredible? So what I'll do is I'll just spritz a little bit of this on top, let that sit, and I'll come back to it. I mean, you can, if you have a whole bunch of goopy stuff, toss that in here, but that's not what we're worrying about right now. And then we'll use our stencil cloth in a second. Okay, so let's go ahead and peel this puppy off of here. And we want to dry it, okay? We want to make sure it's good and dry. As dry as it can be. It's our new stencil cleaner. I know, I'm melting. Isn't that hilarious? Because it is tricky to get some of these white inks, especially alabaster, off of your stencils and stamps because, remember, it is a pigment ink. It's not water-based. So we're just going in, we're making sure that this is very dry. Dry up the back side too. Okay, that should be dry enough. We're gonna cut down our background. So see, look at this. I mean, the ink is just literally melting off of that. If you don't have a chance to get it right now, I'd say get it soon to try it out because you're really gonna like it. So we're gonna cut this down to 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, and this is the side that I would cut it down from because we are going to use the Ferris wheel, or the merry-go-round Ferris wheel, I think it is. All right, so I'm just going to take this. So I'm going to grab my cloth. This is my new, with the rainbow. You'll know that which one it is because it's the rainbow. I'm going to take my cloth here. I'm going to plop my stencil down right on top of it. This is how much I believe in it. And I'm just going to wipe off all of this, and it's going to look like it's still white, and you're going to be like, Christopher, oh my goodness, you didn't take that to the sink. What are you doing? There's no way that that's going to be able to be cleaned with that big. Look how generous this cloth is too. You can literally just clean it. It's the best thing. We searched long and high, and there we go. I mean, clean as it can possibly be. Will the stencil cleaner clean brushes? You can use it on that. I mean, we haven't tested it that way. That's all I'll say, is we have not tested it that way. But we do have a brush cleaner. We have a specific brush cleaner. It's a foaming cleaner. I'll show you here. This is what our brush cleaner looks like. Oh goodness, where did it go? I literally just was looking at it. Oh, here it is. This is our incredible foaming brush cleaner. So you use this, and it does not have a pocket. See how that foams up? And then you take your brush. Hold on. Now I'm making a mess. But you would take your brush, and you're just gonna rub your brush in the cleaner and see how that's already becoming clean. Let me grab. This would be a great thing if you are attending SCT. This brush cleaner, you're going to want it because you only are getting one brush. I would say obviously order more brushes, but we'll talk about that later. But look at all that ink that comes out of there. Let me go ahead and hit this again. So I do it. generally directly on the brush because the brush is going to soak that up. Again, it's a foaming brush cleaner, and you're just going to look at how much is coming out of there and how clean it's becoming. I personally will only clean my brushes after they get like overwhelmingly filled with it, but this is the best cleaner for your brushes. We've tested it on all of the brushes, and it is awesome. You know me, I make things that I want, hope you want them too, and love when it works out, which is what really where we've been for the past the past several releases. Dare I say for the past 10 years. It's been that way. All right, so we're going to grab our stick and stamp mat, bring it back over. And it's not going to fit perfectly anymore because we did trim it down. Oops, I got a fingerprint on there, that's okay. And then we're going to take our stencil. We're going to line it right back up to where it was. I mean, it can be a little bit different, move from where it originally was, only because that will that will give it kind of like an ombre look, not ombre, but a bokeh look, I guess you would say. And now we're just going to go in with our favorite colors, and we're going to make some rainbow fireworks. So red, orange, so we're going to do Bee Sting Guppy. We're going to go in with a little bit of Shooting Star, a little bit of Overzealous, and then we're going to pop in with some of the Clear Skies. If we can throw some berry on, we will. How is everybody's day going so far? I forgot to ask that. Is everybody having a good day? The brush cleaner is currently sold out. When the heck did that happen? All right, we're starting with our Bee Sting. Then we're going to go in with Guppy. That's wild. It shouldn't be sold out. I mean, I didn't see it on the sheet today, but they'll need to make some of that tomorrow. I'm going to add it to the to-do list. All right, now we have our orange, which is the Guppy. Yellow is our Shooting Star. I am very glad you just told me that, though. Green. Yep, I don't think we're going to be able to. We're just going to do the Clear Skies. And I know all of you get so upset with me because we never ever do purple. But this is going to give us a beautiful rainbow background. All right, Clear Skies, check. The wonders of live, I know. It's just weird because usually it's like on the schedule and it gets, we meet about it, but it's okay. Does stencil cleaner have scent? No, it does not. We made it unscented because we thought most of our folks would love that. It does not have scent. Okay, you ready for the big reveal? 1, 2, 3, go. So now we have rainbow. Look at how pretty. Rainbow fireworks. And it kind of gives us like this really cool kind of like, now if you would have used pixie spray, you could have used pixie spray and that would have made it like super sharp, but fireworks aren't super sharp, right? I don't think. It might have sold out while we were alive. And there we go. And I'm gonna add a couple of sparkles to this when we're done, but I love doing this technique because it's so cool, it's so unique, it's so different. So we're going to set this to the side, and now we are going to cut out everything we need for our little merry-go-round. Ferris wheel. Is it a Ferris wheel or a Ferris wheel, right? I think it's a Ferris wheel. Just gotta grab my sample so I know what I'm doing. Oh, I forgot to show you guys this the other day. Look at how our ghosts turned out. This is what they look like dry. So remember we used the Fallen Snow glitter glaze? Can you get over how perfect, and none of that glitter comes off. Can you get over how beautiful this stencil turned out to be a bestseller. I had a feeling it would be, because when I was designing it, I got so excited when it was finally completed, because I think I told you, I shared with you that it was a real doozy to design. Because every time I thought that I had it right where I wanted it, it wouldn't work. And I think you all know, I've told you at this point, that I go through the process, a very detailed process. Hold on one second. Talk amongst yourselves for one moment. I'm going to go grab the insert for this guy so we can look at it and we can get it all dirty if we need to. BRB uno momento. I lost the die in 2.5 seconds. Does that ever happen to you? All right, so for our first piece for the main Ferris wheel, we are going to use a piece of holly, which conveniently just came back in stock. Literally just came back in stock. Okay. And then for our little chairs, I want to use some of the Lagoon, because I love this color palette. I mean, you can choose obviously whatever color palette you want, but I always say if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? So we're just going to grab a piece of tape here, a piece of pixie tape, and we're just going to line all of our little gondolas. Did you hear that? All of our gondolas are going to get placed. Oh, you guys, guess what? I got confirmation. I'm not seeing the alabaster white embossing powder sold by itself. Michelle, I can guarantee in 2 shakes of a lammy's tail, Penny will have that info for you. I got confirmation on one of the teachers from Merrymaking. It's taken me forever to make sure that everything is perfect, and this particular fabulous individual, probably you all know them. You all know them. We sell their products. They've never taught with me before, but you're gonna love who it is. We finally figured everything out today, and I get to announce on Monday who it is. So if you have not signed up for Merrymaking yet on the Brutus Monroe event site, now is the time. Now is the time. All right. So we're going to need, I'm going to grab some pink lemonade for our little circle here. We just need a tiny little piece. Available in 1 or 6 ounce jars. Thank you, thank you. Because we're going to need to cut our star. We're going to cut our star twice. And I need a lighter shade of pink for, maybe a brighter shade of pink. Nah. Maybe we'll do some purple. Yeah, let's grab some heather. We'll use some heather for the base. Why not, right? But you can do whatever you want to do, obviously. You create your own ending, but we're going to add a little something to this too. You'll see. You'll see, my loves. You will see. And then we're going to do a little ticket, and we're going to... You know, when the die of the month comes out, I have the time of my life. What is merrymaking? Merrymaking is our holiday event. So it's all holiday. It's not Christmas. It's there are some like Christmas pieces to it, but it's mostly just holiday. And we do it every year. This is the first year that I'm going to have someone teaching with me. And the person that's teaching with me, if you love Brutus Monroe, you are going to love the teacher. Let's just say she. Oh crap! I almost spilled the beans. She is, I would say, in the design world, she is the female version of me. Is what I will say. That is all that I will say. So if you can think of who would be the female version of me, it's virtual and in person, yes. You will love it, Polly. You will love it. All right. Look at how that just fell right out of there. Does that not just make you happy to be alive? And our little gondolas are falling right out. Everything's falling right out. All right, so let's get all of our pieces here. Move everything to the side. The star we have to do twice, remember. We'll collect all of our pieces in a moment here. All those, even those pieces just fell right out. Okay. There is only one me, but I've idolized her for a long time. She is one of my favorite people. I think we'll do let's do some, oh my goodness, my candy fell. To mix things up a little bit, let's do some potion. Why not, right? I can promise you, you are all going to love this particular designer that we will be working with. She's the best. She really is. All right, let's run this puppy through real quick. And then we'll have everything we'll need to start building. I did not see that, Nikki. I did not. I'll have to text her. I wonder why. It must just be overwhelming, too much. I don't know. I will have to text her. I did not see that. All right. Go ahead and pop these pieces out. Yeah, she's awesome. Pop all of our other little pieces out here. Our gondolas. I will never, ever, for the rest of my life, forget what these are called. And I love that we get enough that we don't have to... I mean, if you're making one. If you're making more than one, obviously you're going to have to cut out more, because that's just the way the cookie crumbles. But sometimes, and this might sound wild, when I see a die that I really love that I designed, which is most of them, but when I see it, I get so excited because I'm like, that's a Brutus Monroe die. And I'm so excited that's a Brutus Monroe die because that means that I know that it's a really great quality die. And I also know that it's something that I will use over and over and over again because it's such a great product. Yes, we are still getting that. It's just taking a little while. Everything that's good takes a while, unfortunately. I've learned. That's what I've learned in life. Anything that's really, really awesome is going to take a while to happen. Okay, so in order to build this, we are going to take our little star. Now, you could put your star off-centered if you want. I designed it so it fits perfectly. Hold on, let me zoom in. Let me zoom in a little bit. Toot toot, yes. Well, toot toot because I love designing. I really, whoopsie doozy. I really, really love designing. And I get so excited when an idea comes to life because then I get to use it. And I just get to look at it and I'm like, oh my goodness, I love that die so much. And I love it even more because it's a Brutus Monroe die. Is that wild? I mean, it makes things very exciting to me. And plus, this die this time, I heard your pleads. There were so many of you that reached out that said, Christopher, please make the dies easier to assemble. Well, your wish is my command because these dies are much, much easier to assemble than they have been in the past. Because I have to remember that not all of you are die designers. And it can get tricky when you are trying to assemble your die cuts, because again, you did not design it. So I have to make it as simple as I possibly can for you to assemble, and this is probably one of the easiest ones we've ever done. Whoopsies, almost, oh my goodness, I almost just stabbed myself. It would not have been cute to be bleeding out live, that is for sure. All right, 2 more. And I kind of like that one a little bit crooked because I would think that as it's coming down it would be a little, they'd be a little all over the place. But look how fun that is. Yeah, sometimes if it's a million pieces, I can't get into it. But again, like you said, it's really whatever you want to do. But look how fun this is going to look on the front of here. Isn't that going to be perfect with those fireworks in the background? Then we're going to put a little ticket here. I just think that's going to be perfect. I absolutely love it. And then a couple little sparkles, but we're gonna pop this up. Don't worry, we're gonna give it a little pop up because we don't want it to be too close to that background. So let's go ahead and let's place this on a card base. Again, we're going to be grabbing a Brutus Monroe pre-cut, pre-scored. A lot of you really stocked up on these when we had the when we had the sale. That wasn't completely dry. I probably should have dried that, but that's okay. Nobody will ever see the back of this card because it will go up in the store. Okay? And then we're going to take some of our little strips. Because remember, the best part of this is that this can be cut into whatever size you need. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and it won't stick to the scissors. Unfortunately, these scissors, I already told you, one of my employees, it's punishable by law that they use those scissors on foam tape that was not ours, thus making a mess and making these scissors so goopy. But that's okay. I will forgive them this time. I did tell them that I'm fingerprinting though, to see who used it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to now cut just a little strip for the bottom here. And again, that's what I love about my foam tape, because you can... we're working on it, Mary. We are working on it, my friend. I'm so glad that you brought that up. We are working on it. I gotta try to make mine move. You could... I want to do one with a background with some, where it lights up. You'll see. I have lots of plans for this. Luckily, we still have 3 lives where I can use these products. I'm very excited about that. Okay, so now you can see our little Ferris wheel. You can see how it's popped up and see those fireworks in the background. I absolutely love it. Love it, love it, love it. Oh, teasing. Oh, yeah. Well, you'll find out soon. Have you ordered? No, it's not. I can't order it till September 3rd as a Lego Insider. I can't wait to order it, but I can't yet. Not until September 3rd. But September 3rd, it will be mine. I did pre-order the Fortnite ones, and I pre-ordered the Wicked ones. so don't worry. Don't you worry. I pre-ordered those. No, Maymay is not our secret instructor. Maymay and I have very different styles. Maymay, I would say that she would probably be the toned down version of me. Because my style is pretty wild. So we're going to cut out these tickets, and I'm going to show you how cool this is, because it actually cuts out as a full like strip of tickets. I'll show you what that means in just 1 second. Nope, not Gina. Gina is much more elegant than I am. I mean, by all thoughts of the word. Oh, you'll have to post a picture. Post a picture in the fan club, Ellen. I'm gonna try. I think I'm gonna try to do craft roulette. Hopefully towards the end of this year. Nope, not Taylor. Okay, so that's what the tickets look like when you cut them out. Isn't this so cool? So this is what the tickets look like. But what's really great about this is watch. They fold just like normal tickets. So you can use them in mixed media. You can use them however you want. We're only going to use one. So watch. They also tear like tickets. I love it so much. I love it. I love it. Look. I love this. This is probably one of my favorite die sets we've ever done. By far. One of my absolute favorites. Top 5. Okay, so we're going to do on here, step right up to the greatest show on earth. Or no, maybe we'll do Have a Roaring Good Time. Which one should we do? Oh, you went to the Lego store. Ooh, I have a problem with the Lego store. I think you all know that, though. Although I need to start building some of my Legos. That's what I need to do. I have quite the avid collection now. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to stamp this on this ticket. If it doesn't work the first time, we have 3 more. I don't love it. Let's do another one. That was our first stamping, so you know what happens with the first stamping. There we go. That's good. So move all this out of the way, and I'm going to grab another piece of our foam tape. I just happen to have the perfect size right here. We'll just place that right on here because our ticket is still drying, so we don't want it to get too... There we go. I don't know why that side... Oh, because of the ink behind there. Got it. Not Maymay. So then we just grab our little ticket, pop that down there in the corner, and now we get to add some gems. My favorite part. Let us add some gems. So I'm going to use some of, because we have a darker background, so I want to use some of the... Where's my little tray? I gotta clean up in here tomorrow. It is a hot mess. There it is. It is a hot mess on my desk. Like literally this little area is all I can work in right now. So we're gonna use some of the topaz. And we're just gonna have fun. And add some gems because that's, I mean, these are fireworks. What better excuse to use gems Nope, not Stacy. When you guys figure out who it is, you're going to be like, yep, that's it. That's exactly who would be the female version of Christopher. As soon as you know, you're going to be like, yep. That's why I can't wait to make the announcement. I can't wait. All right, we're going to add a few more, and then we're going to add some red gems. I think they're the red shift is what I want to use for our Ferris wheel. But the gems just always add, especially, I don't know if if any of you have used the Brutus Monroe gems before. You really, if you haven't, I encourage you to give them a try because they are pretty spectacular. Again, another thing that I searched high and low for to have the best of, because y'all know that I've used crystals for a very long time. I mean, a very long time. Nope, not Amy, not Kathy. Okay. So now we're going to add our gems just to the little end ball thingies on our Ferris wheel. Not Dina, although I would love to teach with Dina. That would be super fun. And of course, once the Barely Art glue dries, it is completely clear. It is my favorite glue to use for doing gem embellishments because it dries very quickly. It does dry completely clear. All right, there is our card. You can see the bling bling. Yes, I have not taught. We're just gonna have to use a red one up here. That's all there is to it. I knocked it off with my big, fat, crafty man hands. All right. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that bling bling, and they're not super thick bling, so it's not gonna affect, it's really good. So there we go. There's our card. How fun is that? Oh, probably overheated. One moment. It'll be so much better when it's cooler. When it's cooler in the studio. It's cooler outside, but it hasn't become cooler in the studio yet. All right. All right, everybody. So thank you all so much for hanging out with me tonight. Here is the finished card, so you can see it kind of front and center. I thank you all so much for hanging out with me tonight. Thank you for being a part of my life. I appreciate you all so very much. I cannot wait to see you all on Thursday. Remember, tomorrow you have 2 lives with us with Brutus Monroe. The first live is with our dear sweet gals on that are doing the fulfillment, and then we have tomorrow night you will be live with Candy. So I'm really excited for you to be live with Candy because she's doing something really, really fun with y'all tomorrow. The live packing is going to be really, really fun tomorrow, and there's lots to talk about. So, and then you will see me on Thursday. And then Friday is Freebie Friday. And then Saturday, we have a whole brand that's on sale. And then Sunday, we have new clearance. So it's really, I hope you all are enjoying this new schedule. It's making things so much easier for us, and I think it's making it easier for you to figure out. So that's it. So remember to create something every single day, whether that is simply a memory or your own ending. I love you all very much, and I cannot wait to see you all very, very soon.